You may be thinking how a great player like Angel Reese could lose the game for her team. Not only about what happened on the court, but also about what's been going on behind the scenes. What happened that made Reese's friends turn red? Just one quick request before we go on. Take a moment to like this movie and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. For more than 98% of you, watching the movies without joining doesn't count. We really appreciate it, and it doesn't cost you anything. Do you remember clicking the subscribe button? Awesome. Really appreciate it. This time we'll watch the video again. You've heard of double-edged swords and double danger. On August 25th, Reese's rebounding spree had a bad side that made her friends angry. We're going to talk about how seeking personal glory can cost you more than just points. That game on August 25th is what we need to talk about. Although Reese grabbed an amazing 20 rebounds, her team still lost. Exactly how does that happen? It turns out that Reese's need for boards may have been what killed the team. Imagine, with his eyes fixed on the basket, Reese waits for the ball to hit it. She is concentrating so hard on getting the rebound that she misses simple layups. That is correct. You did hear that. She is missing shots on purpose to make her stats look better. Her friends are getting hurt because she's acting like she's not playing the game at all. You might be asking, but rebounds are good, right? Of course, yes. They're fine, but not when they cost real points. This is why the goal in basketball is to put the ball through the hoop, not just catch it after it bounces off. How about Reese? She acts like rebounds are the new money in basketball. It needs to be broken down. Since the break for the Olympics, Reese's shooting average has dropped sharply in the last 5 games. 32.4% is a very small amount. That's not just bad, it's ridiculously bad. She should work on improving her shots, but instead, she's focused on getting more rebounds. Now things really start to go crazy. At the very end of the game, when every point is important, Reese was still doing her thing with the boards. There were times when she could have passed the ball to a partner who was open or taken a good shot. No, she would make a bad shot, miss it, and then pick up the ball herself. Watching someone play ping pong by themselves while the rest of the team tries to win a basketball game is like that. How about her teammates? Not only are they upset, they're completely angry. Imagine playing great defense, forcing a turnover, running down the court, and getting open for a great shot, only to see a partner ignore you to go get another rebound. Someone would lose their cool in that situation. But those last few seconds were where the real shocker happened. It was tense in the stadium. Everyone could feel how close the game was. There was a chance for Reese to be the hero, shut up the haters, and show that she cares about the team. Not surprisingly, she went for another recovery instead. The game was over when the ball hit the rim and the clock struck midnight. As a result of Reese's 20th comeback, her team lost again. Who said those mean things in the locker room? Their tempers were getting too high. Ever think about what happens when the best player on a team becomes its biggest problem? You could say that Reese's friends are about to snap. The aftermath of that close loss was just the beginning. Imagine that as the final whistle blew, there wasn't a unified team circle. Instead, we saw a group of players who were clearly angry. People shook their heads and rolled their eyes. The tension was thicker than peanut butter. "We need to play for each other, not just for our stats," a player was heard saying. "I feel bad. That's a terrible thing to say, especially to the person you think is leading your team." For real though, this anger didn't just appear out of thin air. For a while now, Reese's rude behavior has been bothering her friends. It's said that she's, well, difficult to work with. You can't play a symphony when the lead fiddle keeps trying to play alone. It's not just about how she acts. To use a nice term, the team's recent play has been a trash fire. As a result of their recent losses, fans are feeling pretty anxious. The really interesting thing is that Reese's personal stats have been going through the roof, while the team's record has been going down. By chance? Not according to her friends. It looks like you're seeing a car hit very slowly. Reese's rebounding stats go up every game, but so does the team's loss columns. Her friends don't know if she's playing for the name on the back of the jersey or the name on the front. The mood in the changing room? That's way too cold for a Penguins lunch. Former teammates who would high-five Reese after games are now ignoring her. The dinners with the team that used to be fun and full of laughter? Well, they're not very fun anymore. That last-second loss was not the worst part, though. The team trudged back to the locker room, and as they did, one of Reese's friends finally lost it. "We're a team, not your personal highlight reel," she yelled. Heavy and clear, the words hung in the air. There's no I in team in basketball, just like there isn't in life. That being said, there does seem to be one in Reese. Now the question is this going to last forever? It's been lost so many times, when will something give? Right now, they're not just losing games, they're losing the teamwork that makes basketball so attractive. There was no hope for teamwork in women's basketball until a player came along and changed the rules on what it means to be a star. How does one rookie raise the level of her whole team while still putting up mind-blowing numbers? Caitlin Clark comes along. She is the opposite of Angel Reese's me-first attitude. Clark has been getting a lot of attention in the league, and not just for her stats. She is showing everyone that you can be a star and a team player at the same time. Clark is out there making waves for all the right reasons while Reese is busy going after rebounds. It needs to be broken down. How Clark plays the game. Working together and not caring about yourself are key. Not only is she playing hoops, but she's also leading a symphony on the court. She plans each pass, shot, and move to help her partners get better. And you know what? It does the job. Clark has an amazing knack for making everyone around her better. She always knows where her teammates are before they do. She's passing the ball around like it's old-fashioned, which gives her friends chances to shine. When she does shoot, what happens? There's no doubt that it's because it's best for the team and not just to boost her own stats. You may be wondering, what about her phone number? If she's so focused on her teammates, they must be in pain. Disregard that idea. There are numbers that Clark is getting that would make any star green with envy. The exciting part is that her numbers are actually helping people win. A new idea, right? Let us talk about efficacy. Clark makes the most of every chance she gets, while Reese misses easy layups just to get the ball back. How many shots she made? It's completely crazy. And those helps we talked about earlier? These passes aren't just pretty. They're putting points on the board and W's in the win column. Nevertheless, it's not just about the numbers. Clark has this exciting energy that makes you want to be around her. Others on her team aren't frowning or ignoring her. People are gathering around her, getting excited from her, and playing their hearts out. Watching a well-oiled machine, where each part knows what to do and does it perfectly, is like that. This is where things get really interesting. Reese's team has been losing lately, right? But Clark's team is going in the opposite direction. They are beating other teams, moving up in the ranks, and making them sweat. All because they have a star player who knows basketball is a team sport. I understand what you're thinking. But wait, how can one player make such a difference? The ripple effect is what it's all about. When your star player only cares about making the team better, everything changes. Everyone starts to play harder at once, making that extra pass and diving for loose balls. It's no longer about solo glory. Now the goal is to win as a team. In light of that, let's look at it. A few games ago, Clark had a triple-double. Pretty cool, right? Amazingly, her team won by a huge margin. Her stats weren't just numbers, they directly led to a great team performance. That is the difference between making stats look good and having a real effect on the game. But could this be the most important fact of all? The smiles on the faces of her friends. Although it's freezing in Reese's changing room, Clark's team seems to be having a great time outside. That's what basketball's all about, right? Click that subscribe button to stay in the game and get more Hoops movies that cover the newest and best stories. It's not hard to click a button to show your appreciation for all the work that went into making this movie if Caitlin Clark can do it. Not expensive. So why are you still here? Join, and I'll see you in the next one.